My two favorite apps, well, the first one is Spotify, and I use that kind of constantly during the day for music. I like working with headphones on. I have another app that I like called 3030, which I use as a productivity method. There's something called the Pomodoro technique where you work in 25-minute intervals without any kind of break during those intervals, and this app keeps track of it. So I actually always have like those two apps running.
Look how organized you are.
It's not really.
There's a couple. Well, there's a couple, actually. So Uber changed my life. So the Uber app I really like. And especially here in Boston when I gave up driving. But there's another app called Drink, D-R-Y-N-C. And it allows you to take a picture of a wine bottle, and then it will tell you where you can either purchase it locally or order it. That has come in handy several times.
What advice would you have for somebody who's still new to the profession, who has aspirations to take on a managerial role or maybe ultimately the role of a director?
My advice would be to think long and hard about the things that you love about your job and the things that give you joy about going to work every day, and whether or not you'd be willing to give some of those up in order to be a manager, because you certainly have to do that. The other one is that my personal opinion is that you have to really enjoy people, and you have to enjoy spending time with people, problem solving with people, communicating with people, because that's what I do all day, every single day. And I feel super lucky that I would rather talk to people than balance a budget, because that's what I do all day long.
Yeah. So do you know your Myers-Briggs personality type?
I don't know the letters, but I know I'm like off the scale extrovert.
Okay. Kind of weird question.
Yes.
What are the appropriate roles of emotion and empathy on the part of a director?
That's a really good question, and I think,
Thank you.
like, I think like most of these questions about our profession and about managerial stuff, that in a lot of ways it's what works for the individual. But I am a big fan of emotional honesty. And that doesn't mean temper tantrums and tears in the office, but what that means is being able to say to someone, you hurt my feelings when you said X, so that we can talk about it in a professional way and continue to work productively together. And when that doesn't happen, that's when I feel like work relationships break down, and then all hell breaks loose.